Oh boy. Good evening, folks. Good evening. I know I wrote on my community wall earlier that I was going to watch this Republican National Convention. And let me tell you, I have been watching it, and I've forgotten how politics have always been the same when it came to conventions. You have a bunch of people up there vying for certain job positions in from certain states, and every area there is. Hello, YouTube cameras, dear. Hello, glad to see you. Uh, I'm just going to say that I watched about as much of this shenanigans as I could watch because I realized that all they're trying to do is stir up rhetoric and give speeches and really try to get themselves in office before the main attraction comes up. And I just figured that out. That'll be tomorrow, the main attraction. He showed up yesterday with that little band-aid on his ear and tried to make himself look good. Good afternoon, evening, Gerald Bell. How you doing, sir? Like I was saying, watching this Republican National Convention, I was trying to equate it to life itself on YouTube, but you can't do that. You can't do that. Politics is something right now that I look at as, damn, are we really that divided as a nation, or are we really divided as a country? You know, yes, it is. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a doggone mess. And when I sit up here and see people come up like David McCormick and Jim Justin, and I'm not even going to start with the women. I'm just starting with the men. And then I look out when they pan out in the audience, and you see people my age. I'm going to say it, my age and your ages and middle age, that just want to be on camera. I think they're just there to be on camera. Uh, they got delegates there from certain states, like I said, and it's like it's a cheering show. It's just sit up there and say we're crazy. They try to take all parties and well, not parties, but all affiliate groups that love Trump and put them up there. Like they even had a guy from the Jewish organization, Jews for Trump. Uh, the strangest thing I seen was a Vietnamese, even though he's a veteran, Vietnamese guy for Trump. Uh, but yet, when Trump sits up and does his speeches and stuff, he leaves out those people. And I also got to look at the way the news media is handling this too. I've been on a few other certain stuff with people, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm gonna just let you guys know that if you watch it, don't watch it tonight. Watch it tomorrow, and when Trump gets up there and his son comes up, listen to the words that he says, because the things that the people are saying on here right now today, it's subtle, but it's not as radical. They claim they want to keep America together and keep America safe, but in the same instance, they're forgetting that this country was founded on violence. It was founded on taking things away from people, their freedoms and stuff, just like they're doing now. We don't see it. We don't see it. I'll do a poll later on and find out how many. I'm just interested to know what the women of YouTube think about uh, election time. I'm not going to ask if you're a Republican or a Democrat, but I just want to know what the pulse of our black nation is at this time about being a Republican or a Democrat. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off here because there's a lot of people dropping down on YouTube. And hey, YouTube has been a very interesting day today too. I've also listened to some people, and I just want to say, instead of infighting, we need to do some outward fighting. Instead of fighting amongst ourselves, we need to start fighting those that really want to try to tear us apart and separate us. And to you younger, when I mean younger creators on YouTube, have a little respect. Please have a little respect. And to you older people on YouTube, don't allow the disrespect to keep occurring. And that's for all you women out there that's allowing these young men to disrespect women on your panels, or allowing them to disrespect the way that you think and your ideas. And even when somebody comes up different as them, they're disrespecting each other. Uh, with that being said, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go back to this convention maybe for 5 more minutes, and I'll wait till tomorrow till the good stuff comes along, when the real liar comes along, when the real person comes along that doesn't want to really tell you the truth or listen to you. And I'm also going to notice how many Black folks are in the audience that night. I've seen a few scattered out through here and there, but those were delegates from the party that were invited, or they came down with the crowd to this convention. You know. Well, hello, Lagale. How you doing? Yeah, I was just saying I was watching this convention, and it's really boring to me. It's crazy. All the rhetoric that's going on. I even watched a man come up here with a damn bulldog up on stage, and he called the bulldog. It's a she. Uh, she made her predictions and all this crazy stuff, but I'm I'm not going to reiterate once again that as Black people, we need to be more cognizant of what's going on in our country. We need to be more aware of the things that are being said, the propaganda that's being used to divide us, to keep us divided. And things can be better if we just are more tolerant of one another. You know, we all want that pie in the sky, but we don't want to share the pieces of a whole pie to make that pie. So with that being said, you guys have a good evening. I will probably see you later on, maybe with some music. Who knows? I don't know. But thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. And to those content creators out there that I've heard this today, I will be addressing to Lady Nika, heard you. Great live. Ronnie Q, heard you. Great live. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to get in between anything. Read The Heart of Philadelphia. Listen to you. Replayed you. Thank you. All you content creators out there that have something positive to say, I love all of you. I love all of you. I know we're fighting right now. We're trying to scramble and see who's number one. But really, the only way we're going to be number one is to think as one accord and not allow the things that have been going on here to continue going on, because it will keep you divided. It will keep you in division. If you love the reason a person is being doxxed, that's going to stop pretty soon, because the laws are changing on that. They're doing it now. Ladies, you got to look at and listen to things right now. They're voting to end out all contraceptives for women to have birth control. Now, that means if a woman can't get the birth control pill, pretty soon you guys, you men, you're not going to be able to wear condoms when you have sex either. That's another thing. Think of it. outlawing birth control. There's a lot of things that are going on in the world today that we have to take a close look at. Vibrant Law with that smile turned upside down, sweetheart. Thank you. There's a lot of things that we have to look at uh, as we go on into the future. A future not only just for generations to come, but right now, the way things are going. As an older black man here on YouTube, I have my thoughts and I have my opinions on things, but it doesn't mean that I don't listen to you guys' ideas or thoughts or opinions either. When it comes to trying to better things, I'm always saying that this newfound thing about having commercials in our live streams or in our playbacks, it's just a form of making the rich man richer and the poor man poor. When you get into a good conversation, you hear somebody on a platform, on a panel, having a good word to say, pops up, jumps a commercial. We get mad when we have commercials on television and we're into a show and it's really interesting. We get angry about that. So I'm just asking people to think about what they do in order to get that almighty dollar. Do you want to get out your message, or you want to get out the message of those sponsors, those advertisers that jump up here every time you try to have a good conversation, when you try to have a good dialect or dialogue on things? And especially when you're not really getting paid for it like you should. Because the advertisers do pay YouTube a little pretty penny to interrupt your thoughts and ideas. So with that being said, you guys, good night, good evening. Love you all as Jesus loved you. And YouTube cameras, I will be seeing you out on the streets, and that's another one. Mixology 99. All you people that I talk to and speak to on an interim basis, not daily basis. And I also want to reiterate, I do not have my IG set up to call people. I do not have Zoom or none of that kind of stuff. Call me old fashioned, call me what you want to, but I don't need to be bothered with little trivial stuff. My email, if it's out there, I don't check it that often enough to even find out stuff. And when I do go in and check my email, I delete a lot of stuff. So it doesn't make any sense. And like I said earlier, I do not know anybody in Clearwater, Florida. I got a call on my phone. If I don't have your name in my phone or anything like that, and you don't show up as myself knowing you, I'm not answering people. So for all you people that want to dox and think you got me and you want to get up here and talk to me over the phone about shit here on YouTube, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And another thing I want to talk about, recording people. If you call someone, you best to believe that if you're not telling people that, hey, do you mind if I record this conversation, that it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. I don't care what you say about safety first and all that, you're covering your ass or nothing. There's a two-party system within the realms of conversating and recording somebody for later on so you can use it to blackmail or try to shame a person. Let's be careful with that, people. Let's be very careful with that. Hey, Mixology 99, how you doing? Once again, you are a wonderful person, your family and everything. I like what you've been doing here on YouTube and everything else, but it's time for me to start speaking out. I'm getting tired of making excuses for myself for not coming live and saying things that I know that's wrong, that we do to each other as Black people. So if you want to think you're going to call me or text me or write me about somebody and I'll respond to you, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll let you know about you texting or writing me or responding to me. But no, and far as recording people when we have a conversation on the phone, mm-mm, because they do it. Just because they do it, don't mean you got to do it. Okay, if you're not a company, if you're not with a entity that you're taking care of business, like my insurance company will call and let me know, hey, this is so and so, so and so. You are going to be recorded. You know, and it's my choice to decide whether or not I want you to record me or not, record my voice. But when we have people on here that want to record you when you're talking to them on your phones, and that's another thing. Telephone, telegram, mm-mm. They want to record you and they don't let you know, hey, you're being recorded now while we're talking. That doesn't give you very much leeway to cry and complain. You should ask permission, because when they take you behind the court for taping them unwillingly without you knowing, it can be done, people. You have to go back and check laws in your state, within jurisdiction, and even with federal people. You know, if somebody's an FBI agent, you're calling them and recording them, and you don't tell them, hey, look, I'm recording you, you can get in trouble for that. You can call your local sheriff and ask them, do you mind if I record you, or this is going to be live? You don't tell them that, hey, you can be prosecuted for that. So let's be careful out there with these doggone phones. Let's be careful out there calling anybody. Yes, you are in a two-party state. Yeah. So it might sound good when you're talking about it, but I guarantee you, if people really want to push the issue, you can be prosecuted for that. Another thing is, like I said before, doxing, trolling. Trolling is, to me, is worse. Well, it's not as bad as doxing. Trolling is like they said, you troll a person to try to make them mad or angry. People, write down the things that trolls say in your chat. Write them down, and then make a big joke out of a troll being a troll. You know, trolls create havoc. Trolls divide. Trolls do things that we really don't think about doing. Like I said before, as the world turns on YouTube, it's like a damn soap opera. My thoughts on Vegas, I'll give that. My thoughts on Ness, only thing I can say to Ness is that, hey, I listen to you, Ness, and I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what it is, but if it is, you guys are doing filming in Vegas, then it shouldn't end up as a Vegas gate. It should be ending up as something that is positive, and people really want to see content creators get together and have fun. The wedding between you and Lemon, hey, it all is a ploy. I mean, come on. If I don't see the license, Justice of the Peace signing the license with you two guys, we know it was all for fun. So we get upset about little or nothing to do, too. That's another thing. We get upset about little or nothing. So have fun out there in Vegas, folks, even though it's going to be hot as hell, because like yesterday it was 111. So can you imagine what it's going to be like next month, August? Lemon, your platform, your panel, there's been a lot of criticism on that. I just want to say, do you, young man? Because like I said, younger generations now are different than generations at 40, 50 years old, and even my age, we're different. Have they learned respect? I'm not going to say they haven't, but they know about respect. And in order to get respect, you got to give respect. And that goes to Shaquem too. Shaquem, you're what, 20 something years old, maybe? You don't know any better. That's all I'm going to say. You don't know any better. And to see you sit up here and curse out women, men, gay men, straight men, whatever, the way that you do, I hope you live to be 40. That's all I'm saying, Shaquem. I hope you live to be 40 because you're the most disobedient child I ever heard of or seen here on YouTube, even next to one guy that we all know that's from the beefing sector. He's toned his rhetoric down. But at that time, he was just as bad, maybe not, maybe, yeah, just as worse as you are. So far, you haven't hit rock bottom, but I can tell that you're going way down. You're going way down. And oh, stay away from those honey packs, buddy, because they're not going to do you any good. And quit playing on people's emotions, you know, especially people that, like I know, could fall for somebody just because of the words they say or the things that they do here on YouTube. Quit playing with their emotions. With that being said, good night, Lady Nika. Love you. Faith Yaya, get better, dear. I hope you get better real soon. Uh, Spaceship, Pizarro, you're still on top, dear. Don't worry about it. You're still on top. So with that being said, Mixology 99, I'll be looking forward to listening to you and watching you again. Oh, T Velocity, thank you. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Demon Soul, get back here soon on YouTube, dear. There is something wrong. I can feel it. There's something wrong. But get back on YouTube. Like they said, don't run away. Don't be a coward. Kwani, listen to you, dear. I've been listening to you, honey. It's getting too hot. It's getting too hot. James, the town hall meeting, to be honest with you, I fell asleep on it, really. I thought it was going to be about the beefing sector, but it turned out to be about a lot of other things. Okay, with that being said, good night, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Love you all. Okay. All right. Bye bye.